Hello again, brothers and sisters. Jack Talcott once again, here to remind you how to live without fear, how to become your greatest human being, your greatest potential, your greatest version of you. Having seen no results from my efforts, as much as I hoped I was done on YouTube, I'm still breathing. I'm still here, and so the only thing I know how to do is to keep trying, and my purpose is to help create a better world. So, the goal for me today is to share some tips with you to help you have a better understanding of your own mind. And many of the things I'm going to say are things that you already know, things we all already know. But my goal is to try and connect the dots between what you probably already know to give you a different meaning and a different level of understanding from what you already know. So it has to do with how our minds work. And the reason I want to share with you how our minds work is because in this game of life as a human being, anything that we do, from tying our shoes, driving a car, to any job we perform, for the most part, we learn by understanding. By understanding the fundamentals of what we're doing, the goal we're attempting to achieve, and the rules and the processes in order that others have used in order to achieve those same successes. This does make sense. Just let it process. Um, so when we understand the goals of anything that we're trying to do, we can start to pick out patterns. And when we understand the patterns, those are the order or the rules we need to follow for any task, any objective. So these fundamentals of process can be used for success, for happiness, for relationships, for life. What I've done is I've broke down what are the fundamentals of life. How can this life become simple? Well, that's what I studied, and that's what I want to share with you today. Just some of these tips. See, when we understand the goal, then we can start seeing the patterns. And that visualization of a goal, of clarity, of purpose, and success, that clarity is our awareness, where our attention is focused, what we are aware of, what we know of. So when we are aware of the tools, when we are aware of the patterns of our minds, well, then it starts to become simple and easy to work within the rules and overcome prior obstacles. So, the goal of understanding our minds is, of course, our thoughts create our habits, our emotions, our actions, our reactions. Our thoughts create our lives. And our thoughts are in our minds. So, my other videos, I've explained all sorts of things, and I've tried to emphasize focus on what is now, focus on what is paying attention. Focus on what you are paying attention to. It's the very first simple key and goal towards your success. In this duality we live in, this physical realm of existence in the universe, on planet Earth, floating around a fireball in outer space, in this 3D realm of existence, it's a lot of dualities. And that's part of our experience, is overcoming what is to create the best life that we can. That's the key to being human. Keep it simple, make it better, change whatever you can. So in this complex world, I can explain the complexities of our minds and how all these things work, but just pay attention to the simple solutions, and we'll try and keep value easily communicated. So, the first key to happiness is to first figure out what is going on in your mind. See, within us, we walk around with all these memories of what we experienced and what we learned and what we heard about and what we watched and what we read and blah, blah, blah. Within us is a divine connection of all nature and spirit and divinity and universal consciousness of intelligence. There is us. And then within our memories are also memories of dishonesty, breaks in trust. And we all deal with those. We all experience them. But we were born into an insane world with very, very low morals. I know what I've seen. I've heard what some people have been through. So, coming into this immoral world, we've been taught what was right and who was wrong. We were taught what rules to follow, when it was okay to be dishonest, when it was okay to do wrong. It's all BS, man. To become a better human, watch for the symptoms of your dishonest ego. See, my life, I used to be, I was a veteran, raised my hand at 17 years old and said, I will. For a paycheck, I'll go kill another human being or I'll go die for myself. I needed a job. I didn't want to go to college. School was boring for me. I was too damn smart. So I told myself, and I am. Damn how things work out. So at 17, I raised my hand to go obey others and do what I thought was best. After that adventure of world travel and poorly representing Americans to citizens around the world, I was a drunk kid, fighting everybody, obnoxious. That was a piece of work. I admit I did not do our nation pride in some of my actions, but I served our nation with honor and proudly. And after that, I became a postal worker, proud public servant, got involved with my union, started standing up for other workers. I started drinking when I was 15 years old. Womanizing, gambling, lying, porn. Miserable. But by today's standards of today's society, I had a good job. I was a good man. I wasn't. And I see that now. So what I chose to do was to become a better man. And I'm urging you to follow suit. And had I made these understandings way back when, my life wouldn't have been like this. I wouldn't have held myself back. But that wasn't the plan for me. I had to learn. So I've been blessed with time off from work for a couple of years so I could learn. I could discover my purpose. See, over the past couple of years, while I've been trying to change the world, I have literally found 0 human beings who are willing to care or understand or share time and support. Damn good people, too. In the last couple years, while I chose to improve, see, I checked myself into detox in 2016, and then started getting better, more honest, started learning new things, and then everything left me. But see, in losing everything and everyone, I was allowed to go deep and to learn. And see, this is what I want to impart, is the freedom you can capture for yourself by freeing your own mind from the dishonesty and the ruthless abuse of your own miserable egos. Now, I don't expect anyone else was suffering quite the same way as me. We are all different. And I know every one of us has different levels of awareness and consciousness. But when you can free yourself from ego by becoming perfectly honest to yourself, to others, to God, it frees you. You're allowed to live as a free human being. To make it simple, Jesus, Buddhas, yogis, philosophers, they're all saying the same thing, guys. Be better. Be humble. Be selfless. Be honest. And it really is that simple. The distortions we've told each other were to keep control. You know, a population that obeys, well, they become good students, good workers, good citizens, good producers, good consumers, good voters, good rule followers. With unjust rules. And the sad thing is the same ego that allows us to sin allows us to stand by and watch others do the same things. Checking notes, I made a few. So the ego subconscious mind that's within us is the one that originates from dishonesty, and it establishes our thought pattern habits. It repeats over and over, because lies always have to be fought to be proven. You always got to prove a lie right. But when truth is accepted, understood, received, it becomes known. And then there's no more reasons to fight. There's simply reasons to share and get along, because a choice to understand each other is one that's always been around. To escape your gratitude, to escape your ego, you want to connect to the divine giving source. You know, the examples we're supposed to follow. The ego focuses on obedience, control, dishonesty, cruelty, resentment, guilt, revenge, blah, 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 insecurities, all this stuff. It focuses on lack and on disagreement. So if you start paying attention inside your head and you catch yourself focusing or catching specific disagreements, just simply ask yourself, okay, well, what can I agree with? What am I allowed to better understand? When we focus on what we have to share, there's no such thing as lack. All you see is what you have to offer. And when you see what you have to offer, you acknowledge what you've already received. And the only way to receive properly in this existence is with gratitude. It's part of the laws of this existence. We all know how we're supposed to live. So what I want to really get across and help you understand within your own mind, okay? Life is simple. It's all created in your mind. And the memories, they're treasures we get to carry, we get to retrieve at any moment. I carry fond memories of my son, of loved ones, of times out on the lake, of whatever. And then when I'm feeling all alone, well, I got those memories, those truth, that love to give me strength to keep carrying on. And then it gives me some hope and some joy to share with others, and I'm not a miserable wreck like I used to be. God, I hated everybody. Because I knew they were just like me. I hated that bastard. Me, that is. Not anymore. Found love inside by becoming a man who I'm proud of. I am truthful. Well, that's all I know how to do now. I worship truth and love in every moment of my life. Which brings me to an end, I think, because I'm going to go enjoy some more of my day. But like I said, I want to hopefully share some value and hopefully impart that this life is not complex. It is, but it's ego that makes it complicated. And your divine self has all the answers. It knows what is true. It tells us through feeling. It tells us through love, joy, gratitude. So focus on joy, sharing, abundance, caring. Force yourself. It becomes a quite easy habit because that's the only way that we're supposed to live. As you choose, go through your day, choose what is allowed for you to do. What ideas are available? What am I allowed to do? Where can I creatively share and change someone's life today? What can I do? How big of an impact can I make? When we choose what we are allowed, play the thought through. What's the purpose of the action? What are you trying to achieve? What's the intention? Make your actions have purpose. Make your actions have intentions. It all starts with the thoughts. Those are the controlling ones. So if you can control the thoughts, the rest just straight down the line. Choose your purpose, clear intentions, detach yourself from attachment to outcomes. Like I said, I thought I was done on YouTube, but here I am. I think that's it. Be truthful, be humble. God bless. Have a beautiful day. And live without fear, brothers and sisters. Namaste.